In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 things you can do to guarantee that you are unforgettable on some type of dating interaction and some type of interaction just in general. This will help you to have more magnetic energy and to completely transform the way you carry yourself from the inside out. Now, the first thing I want to show with it when it comes to magnetic energy is understanding that you are already magnetic. You already have an energy inside of you that is unique, that is emanating out of you, and think of this even like an energetic field that goes around your body. The HeartMath Institute has shown that there's this electromagnetic field that goes hundreds of feet around our body, depending on our aura or our energy. But in general, the more we activate our heart, the more magnetic this energy is. This is what the HeartMath Institute has shown. Now, when it comes to being unforgettable on a date, one of the things I want to express to you is that if you clicked on this video and there's an intention on being unforgettable, the thing I'd like to ask you is something that might go a little bit deeper than the surface of this, but it gets to the root of what this is really about. Is there a belief or is there a story inside that says that people either forget about me, or people leave me, or people just don't see the magnificence that I am? Because remember this, people feel what you feel about you. So with going out on a date, it's not about making someone else see something about you or somebody else feel a certain way about you. It's about you feeling a certain way about yourself and you appreciating yourself and you being in that energy, because that will then mirror back a reflection that is what you're desiring. Or at least it'll be you being in your own unique energy, and it'll feel authentic and it will be magnetic. So the difference between this makes everything, by the way, the difference between these different perspectives, because if we're trying to be unforgettable or we're trying to get people not to forget us, because we're implying that we're somebody that could be forgotten. We're implying that we're somebody that maybe doesn't feel enough. And we're trying to prove it to them. And when we're in the frame of trying to prove our love and to prove our value and to prove our worthiness to someone else, the more we try, the more there's resistance in the process. This goes back to something I've expressed in other videos called the backwards law. The more we try to get other people to like us, the more messed up our energy is, and the more resistance people feel, and the less they actually like us. But the less we give a crap, the more they'll actually feel like, oh, this person's just being themselves. So the main intention with the beginning part of this video is that when it comes to being unforgettable, don't try to be unforgettable. Because if you try, it's implying that it's almost like you're not good enough or something. Don't try to be unforgettable. Focus more on being you. All right? So the 5 things I want to share with you, and one of the first ones with this process has to do with being the real you. Being the real you. Sometimes we hold aspects of ourselves back. We may even say, I want to be unforgettable. I want someone to text me back. So I got to be this specific way. I have to be more charismatic, or I have to be extroverted, even though maybe you're introverted. And if you're just the real you and you accept the real you, that is more attractive than anything else. It's almost like our own insecurities. If we feel insecure about something, we feel it, we project it, and then we're hoping they don't notice it, but then they notice it because they can feel that accepted energy inside of us. But if you would just own the freckles, if you would just own the thing that you think makes you, if you're like, oh, this mole makes me look weird, or this trait, I'm an introvert, I need to be more extroverted. If you were just to own it, that's attractive. That is magnetic. And people remember real. People remember real. And people that aren't real, they may not vibe with it. There's people that are really driven with like significance and just flashy shit. And if you're like, yeah, I don't really resonate with that, and like, then maybe it's a good thing to repel people that wouldn't resonate with you anyways. So one of the things that will set you apart is if you just give yourself permission to be real over wanting other people's validation and approval. And that changes a lot, because if you want people's validation and approval, you're putting their needs and their wants over your own. And then they don't get to know the real you. It's literally like cheating them out from getting to know the real you. So one of the things that will change everything is starting to value authenticity over validation, approval, and becoming unforgettable. That's the first one. Now the second one that I want to share has to do with being vulnerable. Being vulnerable literally is another aspect of being real, but it is so underused in society today because there's a lot of surface level things going on that it will immediately set you apart from other people. Being vulnerable. Sharing parts of yourself. That doesn't mean like you go on a date and you have to be like, yeah, I really don't have things together. I got this going on. My mom said this to me. Like, it doesn't mean sharing all the embarrassing things, but it means sometimes there's the things that you're afraid to share. And even though it might feel authentic to actually share it. I know even on this YouTube channel when I'm making videos, there's times I hold myself back from sharing certain things and I can tell, wait, that's the thing I need to share. Because when I share it, it then opens up something in other people that are listening. Because people could feel it. Vulnerable literally means, like vulner means wound, and ability is ability, so ability to go into the wound. And if you're showing that aspect of yourself, it's very, not only attractive, but it's very real. And I noticed for myself, like I had to be vulnerable when I was coming out of like the nice guy phase of my life, people pleaser phase of my life. I had to be vulnerable by actually showing when I was dating someone that I was attracted to them. Because before that, a nice guy sometimes is like, no, I don't want to get rejected. They're afraid of rejection. But because I started actually expressing and being vulnerable means you could get rejected. And some of us that have an abandonment wound, we're afraid of being that real us. So what ends up happening is because we're afraid of being that real us, we're holding ourselves back, and people can feel that pent up energy, and they can also feel that lack of authenticity. So have the courage to be vulnerable. Have the courage to share aspects of yourself that make you who you are, even if it's not the most attractive thing to share with somebody else. You know, I'm sure on this channel, me talking about how, you know, in the beginning of making these videos, there was a level of me that really craved significance and craved other people to acknowledge me, and I wanted to grow to 1 million followers or more so I could feel special. And when I share it, it's not cool to share that. It's not, you know, I don't hear that many other people talking about the crave for significance or the crave to feel validated and loved by like, and I share it though, and it probably is real, and like you could just feel that. So as an example, it's like that I think is like, oh, this person's real, you know. The third thing you can do to be unforgettable on a date is something so many people miss. And that is sometimes, especially people believe that maybe are introverts, that they have to be extroverts. So maybe they go out and they're like, yeah, so, and I see this a lot of times with like guys that'll be like, they just talk. This is what I do. This is who I am. I'm going to say the really cool, slick thing, and I'm going to be funny, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And by talking, it actually repels people. Even if you say certain words that are unforgettable, if you talk too much, it's not attractive. One of the most attractive things you could do is to actually ask questions and listen. Ask questions and listen, because the truth is people love talking about themselves. And if you're on a date with somebody and you want to get to know them, but you're just trying to like nervously talk about everything that you do and everything you've accomplished or whatever, people feel that. And not only that though, it's like become aware, socially aware of the energy and have it be more of a back and forth. But listen. You know, they say that corny saying that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. That's because we're meant to be listening more than we're meant to be speaking. And I'll tell you though, that if you start listening more, you will have a completely different reaction on dates that you go on. When you ask questions, like, oh, this person actually cares. It's not like these other dates I go on where this person just talks about themselves forever. It will be so refreshing to people, I promise. So listen, ask questions, be curious. Focus on getting to know someone. Focus on connection, not on the result. Which leads me to the fourth thing that changes everything on a date. That is to, instead of focusing on what you want out of it, focus on having fun. Focus on how you feel in your body. Say things that are maybe even self-amusing. Like really show and have fun, because fun energy is magnetic, and people remember that. And when you're having fun, it's I remember I've done these things even not just on dates, but like with friends where we do these scavenger hunts where we go around the city and we do these very embarrassing things and we do it to like get out of our own comfort zone. But I remember doing this and it was like everywhere we went, people were gravitated to our energy because we were having fun. And I promise you, if you're at a bar or club, I know many of you are actually from my audience, probably don't go to bars and clubs. Maybe you do, I don't know. If you're at the kombucha bar talking about your cat or something like that, but if you're there and you're having fun, that is attractive. If you're in your head and you're contemplating things and you're thinking about other things and what you're going to say next, it's like it's a serious energy. So have more fun. You have more fun, it will, and drop the belief. If you believe you're not fun, that's the only reason you're not tapping into that aspect of yourself. You are fun. You do have a fun vibe, a magnetic vibe. You just have to give yourself permission to feel it. And the more permission you give yourself, the more magnetic you will be. So have more fun. When I started focusing, especially like 2 years ago or a year ago, when I was dating, I would be like, oh, I just focused on having fun. It was so different because there's also a lightness to it. It's not so heavy. You know, some people go into dates, they're like, I have a list of 10 things I got to make sure that they're alignment with and all these heavy things, and it puts so much pressure on the date. Let go of the pressure and just have fun. Focus on that, and as you're having fun and you're feeling better inside of your own body, it will change how you're showing up. Now, the fifth thing I want to share that's kind of similar to having fun in some ways, but it changes the way you go about even just life in general, but it's living for the end of itself and not a means to an end. So if we're going on a date and we want to be unforgettable, we are then not in the moment. We're not present. This also could be having present energy is attractive, and it is rare. Being present inside of your own body, feeling into your hands and your feet, feeling the separation between you and the person you're going on a date with. This is a magnetic technique that I've shared with thousands of people all over the world who have applied it, and it's completely transformed their lives because then you can feel safe in your own body. And when you feel safe in your own body, that is a magnetic attractive energy. Now, living in the end and not a means to an end means that it's not like I'm going to go on this date to then meet the soulmate and everything's going to go well and like all this expectation. It's more so you go on the date because you're choosing to go on the date and you want to have fun. You want to enjoy yourself. It's saying things not because you have to be funny and get them to laugh, but it's saying things because you want to say it. It's if you're washing the dishes as another example, and you're like, I'm washing the dishes to get shit done so I can go on to the next thing. But if you wash the dishes just to wash the dishes and you feel the water against your hands and stuff like that, it becomes like a meditation and time goes by very fast. The same thing when you're on a date. So don't try to rush it. Don't try to I need them to text me back, I need this, I need that. Instead, focus on enjoying the moment. And as you enjoy the moment, you'll notice you have a completely different energy about yourself. Now, one of the things that affects magnetic energy more than anything else is having confidence. When you are confident about yourself, when you feel secure in yourself, when you remove the doubt, the fear, and you're able to be the bold version of you came to be, you are extraordinarily magnetic. Now, something that we're doing on July 1st to July 21st is one of the most powerful types of processes that I do, and I do them only a couple times a year. So if you want to join, now is the time to join a 21-day Confidence Love Challenge. This is around self-love, around reframing a lot of the flaws we believe we have, feeling secure within our own attachment style, secure within ourselves, feeling safe in our own bodies, safe in our own frame, releasing codependent patterns. There's many levels to this that we're going to be going through together. We're going to be doing it through live coaching, live interactive exercises on Zoom. We're going to be bringing in guest speakers. We're going to be having a community of thousands and thousands of people from all over the world going through this process together. We're going to be using group intention. And if you've been a part of the 21-day challenges, comment below and let me know, and let other people know how powerful they are so that they can see what it's all about. But this isn't just watching YouTube videos over 21 days. This is live coaching and live processes that help us to shift into a new version of us so that by the end of the 21 days, you are a more confident, more magnetic version of you. So now's the time to join. The best time to join is right now because you're going to get all the bonuses and everything that's included. And all you got to do is go to confidencelovechallenge.com. That's www.confidencelovechallenge.com to join. And what this will do is help you to become the most confident version of you. It's like a permission slip through the group work that we do to do that. So I'm super excited for that. That's coming up soon for July 1st to the 21st. And then also, if you want a video that will help you understand more about how to feel confident and magnetic, this video right here will help you do that. People feel what you feel about you. The energy inside of our bodies are contagious. And based on how we feel about ourselves, that energy is being emanated out, and other people are responding to us based on that energy.